Hey guys, welcome back. I'm uh I'm not feeling it today. But I'll get this to you guys. We'll go over some stock, we'll go over some stuff. Appreciate you guys for showing up. I know everybody's looking for the show and just a little tired. Not tired, but you ever like wake up and not want to do a damn thing? That was me. That was me today. So I definitely didn't want to do anything today. But I got up. I'm here. We'll talk about some stocks. We'll go over it. Go over the markets today. Ridiculously priced. And no theme music, no wasted time, none of that stuff going today. Just jumping right into it. So thanks again for everybody who shows up. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so let's look at Nvidia real quick. I'm on the daily chart, but we'll look at the minute chart. Obviously, today was peaking up 897. As I go down this list here, it's up $24 today. Now, I told you guys they announced a supplemental dividend of 4 cents. Does that really matter? It's an annual dividend of 16 cents. It's absolutely nothing. 2.5 billion shares on this stock. And so it tells you you're going to get what? For 16 cents for $800? I'll pass. I'll pass on it every which way. The PE ratios are getting very extended right now, over 70, 75 in that range. And it's all-time highs. It's just, this market cap doesn't make much sense. I think it beat out all the Saudi oil companies now. So over $2.2 trillion worth of market cap and only $7 billion cash, and, marketable securities and cash together on not even 1% of what this company is. So is this something that I would buy? No. I feel that the insiders of this company are dumping. I've been watching them dumping their shares as of January to now. And, they've earmarked, $22.5 billion more dollars for share buybacks, which means who's actually buying it at this top right here? It's not people that are getting excited to get in and out of it. This is not something you play with. If you believe in Nvidia and you're long and you believe it, like, here's another misconception. Like, I had somebody write me a very direct message to me, and it said, hey, Marantz, you say GameStop, you say this, you say that, and then look at GameStop, it's trash and goes sideways for 3 years. And I'm like, okay, well, look at my Nvidia stock's up. And this was Buddy who was typing to me. And Buddy, really, at this point, Buddy, I mean, you're an older guy, you're 56 years old, you're a retired gentleman. And I'm just going to tell you this straight from my mouth to your ears. You need to get a life. Like, this whole conversation between what we talk about here or what I talk about is literally building wealth and what is GameStop and what the potential can be. I can't make every trade for you, and I can't tell you that you made a good trade or a bad trade. Do I care that you have Nvidia shares? Apparently you're up 50% on Nvidia. You've been buying it at 480 when it was at the peak of what it was? I don't know who's okay with buying shares at the top of whatever they are. Like, that's their entry. And just because something gets pumped doesn't mean that it's valuable. Like, I want people to know this. Like, will eventually deflate and it'll get out of your way. But I've seen this before. I've seen, guys, decades of this stuff where they're just in and out. And I'll give you an example, okay? And we're going to get to it right now. Let's go ahead and talk about Tesla, okay? I'm going to go down to Tesla. Is Tesla even on my list anymore? There it is. This is Tesla at 177. If you guys don't remember, they did a 3-to-1 reverse stock split, or a 3-to-1 split. I apologize. So really like 540 right now in this stock, right? But then they also did a 5-to-1 stock split. So you take the 540 times by 5. This is about $2,600 right now compared to what it was before it split the 5-to-1. So 2,600 at an all-time high of 6,000, about 1/3 right now of where it's at. So should you be buying this stock right now? I would say so. But do you remember when it was $400 and after that 3-to-1 split and the 5-to-1 split? Like, people have to know just how heavy this stock was, all the way up to 5,000, 6,000 a share, and now we're sitting at 2,600. I still remember the original math. So that's kind of like how we still remember the GameStop original math. But why did I tell you this? Because at one point, this company was $1 trillion company, and everyone says, man, it's so amazing, it's so great. Yeah, well, you lost half of that already. You lost half of that. So, and I'm talking about in less than a year. We're talking about in 6 months. You've lost half of what the company's worth. So that's a problem. That's a problem. These are 3 years ago, EV stocks were inflated and fat, and it's the same thing right now for AI stocks. So when people are telling me AI this, AI that, I'm just like, yeah, okay. I've seen the bubble. I've seen the trend, because in the end, competition in exactly what I guess what this economy was built for, right? Just to have that free market, the ability of a free market and the competition of it, you'll eventually get down to consumer pricing. And what I mean by that is this: go look at your groceries. When people are complaining about groceries, there are overinflated groceries that don't exist anymore. And then there's Walmart, right? And then there's Costco that build on minimal margins. You have to have a business plan, you have to have a scale, and then you have to have somebody support that. So I'm okay with the way GameStop goes about their business. I enjoy this investment, but if you don't, miss me, man. Just like forget the videos, forget the channel. And the hardest part for me is how people watch us and then they'll say things like, well, if you got it all right so much, what have you gotten right? And it was like, well, are you serious right now? Like the track record's there. Private equity is coming in and gutting every company. And I have to sit and remind everybody, I'm like, yeah, we talked about Yellow Freight and said it's going bankrupt before it went bankrupt. Yes, we talked about Bed Bath & Beyond and said it's going bankrupt before it went bankrupt. Big Lots is no different. Macy's is no different. It's all going to happen. AMC is no different. So when I'm looking at a company, I'm calling out Kohl's. I'm calling out, and yes, I know I'm very ambiguous, and I'm pushing. And who's calling me right now? People can't be calling me. I'm not answering. But I'm literally telling you things where people are like, "Yo, are you off on a limb here? Are you correct? Or if you are correct, Marantz, what does it matter?" And it matters a lot. It matters a lot because I've seen the same people push out this idea that you should be making money in and out of companies. That's not the way it works. That is not the way you build your wealth. If you watch or you want to emulate certain investors like a Peter Lynch, like a Warren Buffett, like a Ben Graham, you select companies that you believe in. You watch it play out. There's still a story. There's still a narrative. There's still room on the runway, right? There's still tread on these tires. Guys, if I was telling you about a stock in a company and there was a dead end, there was like nothing they could do. There's no hidden like agenda per se. Like I'm only saying this because not every company is transparent. And excuse the noise of the toys over here because that's a Levy. Levy's out here playing with her toys. But I only tell you this because like I look at AMC and I'll even show you all these companies right now. We're gonna go down the list, like I said. But let's go talk about Eli Lilly. Extremely overpriced. Like these are these inflated companies in the top 20, top 25. Market cap is $740 billion. Guys, I remember when this was $200 a share. And I was talking about it. On this channel, I was talking about it. And it's wild that weight loss drugs and dementia drugs and whatever else they're coming up with, whether they're FDA approved or not, they has pushed this company well beyond whatever you think it could be worth. Like right here, $775 today, $769 on Costco. Me personally, what do I just get to walk around with like a cape on and be like, yeah, I'm happy because I own this stock. You know that I was buying it for a long time. Still buying it. I still buy it today. I'm still buying it. But look at Netflix. This went all the way down. Look at this, guys. This is like the prime example of what I'm talking about when they tell you what you could buy, what you should buy. Look at Netflix, okay? And when they tell you, oh, you know what, Nvidia, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, remember when Netflix was $700 a share? Because I do. And I remember people saying it's a great company, it's valuable, it's this, it's that. Within a matter of 6 months, it went all the way down to 162. It went from 700 to 162. Where in the world was the fire sale? Where was the headlines? Where was everything? Nothing. Nothing. You didn't see anything that anyone could say that was going to scare you away from Netflix. It was just people gutting it, robbing it for what it is. And then now we're back up to 600. And where's the headline? Where are the articles? Where are the pumpers? Where's everybody from 162 to 600? Doesn't exist. No one's out here pushing this out, but they're going to push Nvidia to you. And I'm telling you, this is a company right here where the stock has gone up 3x. The company's value went down, 5x, and then back up to 3x from there. And you're looking at $260 billion for Netflix. And I'm talking about market cap wise. It just is what it is. If people pay attention to these companies and these stocks like they should, SPY all-time high. This is ridiculous. It's a bubble that's going to pop eventually. Just let me show you something, okay? There's these patterns within the SPY, okay? And the pattern is here. You'll see this hitch, this downturn right here. 2011, little spike down. 2008, 2009, this whole step down right here. Boom. And it drops. So then it has a little hitch. It goes up and it has a hitch. It comes down. It goes up, retraction, up, retraction, up, retraction. Look at this. Up, retraction, up, retraction. There's even an up here and a retraction here. So eventually you're going to have the retraction and or correction. Or are you? I mean, they've been pumping it for this long, guys. This thing has been pumping since 2008 and 2009, and they just don't care. They just don't care about the truth of what the economy is and what's it going to take. A bad election cycle. I mean, this was COVID. This is COVID right here, guys. This is COVID right here. This move is COVID. From here to here is COVID. The stopping of the world was from here to here. Look at the move from here to here in 2022 when everything was coming down. Everything's crashing. Did people call a recession? No. Was there a pandemic? No. Was there Wall Street going crazy? No. Everyone was taking profits based off of what this pump was. This pump to 221, this equity pump. Now they took their profits and now they're pumping it again. But who are they taking it from? You. Here's Meta. Explain that. AI? All of a sudden they're a good company? We were dogging them out, right? We were pushed them all the way up to here to 380, and then they dropped down to $80. Dropped down to $80. And you know what? Yeah, they're trash, man. It's Meta. They only sell this overgrown headset, this Oculus, and nobody cares about Meta and Web 3.0, nothing. Next thing you know, the next fad is AI. Pump it, talk about it, gone. Another pump. Why is it that these companies can have retraction from all-time highs to all-time lows? And I'm talking about all-time lows. Look at this shit. Gone to the ground, all the way back up. What changed? I'm asking you guys for the right reasons, and nobody can give me the fair shake, because here's the fair shake. Why is this company goes sideways? Why is it that every other company, I don't care if it's Netflix, Meta, Tesla, they all have issues, but not this one. This one is just, hey, no news is bad news. No guidance is bad guidance, is a failure of a company. Let's go. No, I agree. But I don't think people study it the way or see it the way I do sometimes. So I get upset, but I let them do it. It says, go to sleep, drink some water, and get some rest. Oh, no, I'm good. Like, physically, I'm good, Funny Spider. I have the most energy I've had in a long time. The thing is, you can have energy, and you can have the ability to have energy. Like, I have practice tonight with the kids, the basketball team. And now I just got my football team. I just got all the kids on the football team. 9 bad little dudes. We'll see how we do. We got practice coming up. So I'm like, you know what? I have all this energy, but I'm going to do it at practice. And then I just didn't want to get up. Have you ever not just woken up and like, you're lazy? I was lazy, bro. I got a big ass thumb. I'm just in there. I've been eating chips too. I don't know. I was in there just TikToking, Twitter, X, whatever they want to call it these days, watching videos, hearing some nonsense, believing half of it. And, there's a big thing going on right now with Ryan Garcia. If you guys are not familiar, it's just life right now. That's all it is. I had to listen to The Earth is Flat, the stars, all that. I don't even care. Guys, you know what? There could be aliens outside my door. It wouldn't matter to me. It wouldn't matter to me one bit. Not one bit. You could tell me we're going to war tomorrow. We need everybody. That doesn't matter to me. Nope. All I care about is GameStop's earnings. That's it. I'm that guy. I'm the worst of the worst right now. Nothing. Oh, I go to work. Trust me. I'm doing my job, taking care of it, handling. Get home. Wife's like, what's for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know. All I know is it's 1 mil closer to GameStop's earnings. I'm walking around. I'm a headache right now. I'm going to give people headaches. I promise you, because this whole world counted you out. Everyone's dying to tell you you're wrong. Every article, every tweet, if you put out a positive message about GameStop, I guarantee you there's somebody writing on the back of it saying, next blockbuster, failed company, Ryan Cohen's a fraud. I mean, everything you see. And it's because people try to tie their hitch to it. Right? Every time I got to see Bill Pulte trying to take pictures with people. PPCs and the crew trying to say that they are Bed Bath & Beyond and they are Butterfly and they are Teddy and they are this. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are we talking about? Bankruptcy? That's what we're talking about? Good. We all studied it. We all learned it. But these guys still don't make the videos. And it's like people want to ignore the truth and the facts about things. And that's how I know we're going down the right path. A lot of us. I'm going to give you this case in point. And we'll start with AMC. So right here, AMC, this stock is coming down, crashing, 44 cents a share. It's because they're on a 10-to-1 reverse stock split. This is a terribly run company. I was actually watching my TikTok videos from the past today, and I was out there making bold proclamations. Taylor Swift can be in the movie theaters every day for the next 100 years, and they still won't make a profit. I was bold and I was right. Like things like that. But why hasn't anyone really asked the right questions and made the videos? Where are these YouTubers that are calling out Adam Aron and the hiring of his board of directors and the failure of this company, period? To say that you were going to do something and show profits and show profits on all fronts, yet lose $400 million for the year. It's like, but you said on quarter 3, we're going to announce some Taylor Swift profits and, Beyonce profits. And that just wasn't the case. There was nothing generated from that. So staying afloat is one thing, but holding people accountable for what they say and what they do is another thing. And apparently no one wants to do that out here. So it's up to me, I guess, to keep making videos and keep informing the people about what's happened, right? But Bed Bath & Beyond, why hasn't one investor in that company or one previous investor come out, made the video and said, you know what? We were led astray from Macellum and Cura and Legion Partners. These hedge funds are currently in these other companies. I think everyone should be cautious about what they do. Someone asked a general question, says, Marantz, well, how is this allowed? How is the SEC allowed these people to infiltrate these companies and torpedo them, right? And just destroy the companies from within and carve out assets. And it's because everyone's the benefit for everyone is aligned, right? And I just want people to know this. If you're in the SEC, you're not going to prosecute private equity because those are the same people who are going to hire you when you're done doing your civil service. So you want to go get hired? Yeah. You're going to make 7 figures? Yeah, absolutely. So that's where they go. That's how you can't police the criminals when the criminals are going to hire you next. So I'm okay with it. I really am, guys. I'm not mad at private equity. I'm not mad at the outcome of what's happening to these companies. I just know enough to avoid them. And if they want to play this game, I just won't play it with me. Now, I watched a couple of things. I watched this documentary on Netflix called The Octopus Murders. And it really scared me. It really scared me because it was near and dear to where I live. It was actually in the city where I live. There was a triple murder, and it was on the Indians themselves, from the tribal leaders of the current Indian casinos that I frequent, that I know a lot about. And they had government contracts, and they were making, or potentially going to make biochemical weapons and some automated weapons. And then I live right next to Lake Kauai, and that's where they were doing the testing and the shooting of the weapons and the NVG and the night vision goggles, NVGs. And so, like, you watch this whole documentary, it rocks your world, right? Me personally, I'm watching it. But then they show you like the board of directors. If you look at the documentary, they show you the board of directors for the private company that was teaming up with the tribal Indians from the government. And this is all from the CIA and all this. This is what the whole documentary is about. But when I looked at it and it showed you the board of directors for this company, Wackenbush or whatever they're called, I don't know their name for say, on the board of directors was Frank Carlucci. And I was like, yo, Frank Carlucci, that's got to be Connect the Dots part 4 or 3 that I did, where he's the chairman of the board for Carlyle Group. And yet he's also part of this connection, and they're known for killing people. Like, literally, I said it. I said, these guys are an extension of the CIA. And I said this on tape, on the video. So I was nervous. And I'm just like, are people eventually going to watch these videos that we've made on this channel? Like, I don't even think people know what this channel is about. I'm just going to tell you right now, there are people out here who go, oh, Marantz Rantz, a stock pumper. And it's like, what? That's not what I do. I'm not here to pump a stock. I'm here to give out some information, and you can interpret it any way you want. But literally, if you're watching Connect the Dots, that's just education. That's everything that no one wants to tell you about. And then it keeps happening. Like, Big Lots is really happening right now. Darden Restaurants Group is still happening right now. Everything still have Kohl's is still happening. Bed Beyond apparently is still happening, but that's already done. So when I'm connecting dots and I'm watching this stuff on Netflix, it's kind of scary. And then they say, they can reach you. They say they can reach you. And even when you think they can't get to you, they can get to you. So when I heard Ryan Garcia today on Twitter talking about what he's talking about, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't have knowledge of it. But Andrew Tate tells him, they can get to you, right? Like they're going to get to you somehow, some way. And then he makes another video. And he's like, hey, my money's locked up. No one wants to call me back. No one's talking to me. He's like, I'm okay. I'm normal. I'm in my brain. And I always have to tell myself, I always have to tell my wife and my friends. And I go, hey guys, I'm not suicidal. I have nothing going, like I'm not mad. I'm none of this. But can they reach you? You're damn right they can. A lot of you guys don't know what I'm about to tell you. Now I'm going to drop something on you, okay? And I've thought about this 1,000 times and how I want to tell you this. Over these last 2 months, last month, definitely, I have produced less content than I've ever have. And the mod team knows. Some other select people know. Definitely my family knows. And it's more than just what happened to me in the past. In the past, I was threatened physically. Someone came over and tried to fight me. People have made threats to me online and posted all my information online, doxing, right? And saying they're going to rape me, they're going to rape my children, they're going to kill my children, kill me, kill my wife, whatever it may be. I've had plenty of other YouTubers try to physically attack me. Guys, I've been approached on all levels, personally, professionally, and it's because of the content I create. This is not a joke. I'm not here to just gaslight myself or do any of this. I'm doing this out of concern and protection of myself. You want to know why I'm not making videos? You want to know why I'm not posting certain things? And or if you don't believe me, which you probably don't, that's fine. I had to go take down some videos. I had to take down videos because I was approached. So they can reach you. And it was my life. It was my family's livelihood that was under review, whatever it may be. And this all happened about 3 or 4 weeks ago while I was sick, while I was dealing with things. And I'm just telling you, I've been approached. And it was in the most cowardly way. It was in a fictitious way. But at the same time, it warranted my attention. So I had to take down some videos. One in particular. And that's when I started. That's when I made the video and I told everyone I'm not going to allow people to come onto the channel anymore until you show your face, you tell your name, whatever it may be, because anonymously I'm getting attacked. And I'm talking on more than just YouTube. I'm talking personally, professionally, you name it. So I'm doing it at a risk, and it's messed with me mentally, like my motivation. And this is not anyone's fault. It's sincere. It's real. It's really affected me. And so when I do get messages and people say, are you going live today? Honestly, I'm just like, it's not even worth it. Like, it's just not even worth it. Like, I know what GameStop is. I know what my investment is, and you guys know all the truth and whatever it may be, but there's other aspects to it. It's not just that we talk about GameStop. We talk about a lot here. We talk about private equity. We talk about how they're destroying companies and why they do it and who's doing it. And I openly say names and I go at it and I don't care. I'm like, whatever, man, come get it. And then when you get that phone call, it's like, hey, we got to talk to you. And there's lawyers involved. And I'm not joking right now. And they leave it open to interpretation and to say, well, you said this. I did say that. And no, it's not Bill Pulte, so stop with the nonsense, people. I'm not afraid of individuals. It's more about my family that I'm worried about. And can they reach you? That was my point. They can reach you. They can reach you. And can they stop you? Technically, no. I mean, it's up to me about what am I willing to give up and sacrifice. So, like I said, people know. People know exactly what it is. And I call bullshit. I call bullshit and I fight back with what I have and the words I have. But, if you guys are out there and you guys are looking to ruin, it's something that I learned that I should know better. One, if you're in this space, guys, and you get big enough and you say the right things, you will become a target. Just know that. Two, there are people that wake up every day and live for your failure. Period. There are people out there that wish the worst upon you and they want to see you fail. And they want to be the reason you fail. And that's their victory. And that's what was said to me. And it was said to me at a very high level. And I was just like, what? Like, it never dawned on me. Here I am trying to do the right thing for the right people at the right time and put out the right content. And it never really hit me that way. And when they told me that, I was just like, wow. And it's not that I'm oblivious to it, that I try to see the positive in everything. And I try not to go down that route. Now I know so many people are skeptical and they say some shit and they sound weird or they sound like they're conspiracy theorists or they're crazy. I'm like, yo, no, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm being very careful and very thoughtful, but I'm not going to stay quiet. So just know, if you're sitting in my space and you're in my shoes and you're making videos and you're putting your name out there, there's one person giving up everything. I get it. Now I know why DFV goes quiet. I know why certain people don't talk at all. Ryan can't even come out with a tweet or anything other than that he's hiring, because he's going to get brought up on charges and get sued for, this, I guess, this pump and dump scheme with Bed Bath & Beyond, which is nonsense. But the best part about me is my integrity. My record speaks for me. So I think that's where I can do the best, is just keep doing the right thing, do what I do. And but I've been very careful at the way I present myself and what I say and when I say it. So did they reach out? They did. Did they try? Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody put a little bit more effort and time to come at me. And don't worry. I'm a big boy. I am. Yeah, I'm strong about it. I really am. So Lo, it's something different. It's something you guys will never understand. Like, if you ever put yourself out here, I saw some empty threats go through to some other YouTuber from like Phil For Real. And Phil For Real was out there talking. He was like, yeah, man, if you don't like it, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to make sure you can't make a living. And it was like that. It was like to the point where I was like, yo, like, who would do that? You don't like it because they're talking bad about your investment. So there you go. That's enough to stop somebody from making a living. You guys think I make a living here? I actually did the math. Do you know how much I get paid off of YouTube for YouTube Premium? Like, if you have YouTube Premium, I get a fraction of it, right? So if you watch me all year, I've been live for 3 years, okay? YouTube. I have made $30 a month on average from YouTube Premium. $30 a month. I can imagine how much YouTube makes off the channel versus what I get. So there's value in the channel. There's value in ads. There's value in memberships. There's value in super chats. There's value in content. It's like, am I really worth that much to someone or something? Am I worth the headache that I'm going to get? And I had to sit down with multiple people in hour-long meetings. And I did some soul searching. So I'll find myself. I'll find my time. I'll find my energy. But this is not a safe space to say or be who you want to be. Be yourself, because it's always at a cost, guys. Straight up, at a cost. I can come out and say the most amazing thing about GameStop and the business and the business model, whatever it may be, but you'd be amazed who's out there behind that camera right there. You right now, you are looking at me. Someone out there is looking at this video and plotting on ways on how to ruin my life. And I'm not joking. And I think it's sad. I think it's sad. And I think you guys live in a box. And you guys probably live in a basement somewhere. And I don't want to generalize what you probably look like or sound like or wear or do, because Lord knows that'll come back to haunt me as well. But the content's been sincere since I started. My information's been 100% correct. There's not a single investment that I've told you about in detail that has gone sideways. They will all go bankrupt. Every company we've talked about. GameStop will prevail. GameStop will win. GameStop's earnings coming out, and I'm going to be so excited, and I'm pumped for it. But I have to navigate a certain way because legally, these guys are just ridiculous. So now I know why some YouTubers quit and just vanish. So Marantz, you're a warrior. You can't forget that. No, I don't forget that, Amber. Just so you guys are very, very aware, I'm not waving a white flag here. I went in there and I battled. I battled for a good 2 hours, and I let it rip. And I stood on mine. If my content, and thank you for the free memberships there, if this content that you guys consume was not truthful or deceiving and or just negligent, like how these guys come out and they just say the most craziest shit, and it's like, yeah, you know what? We got a date coming up, guys. We got a date. Ides of March. And you know what happened then? Julius Caesar, he got stabbed by Brutus. And you know what? Ite brute. And you know what that means, right? That means JC, Julius Caesar. So JC, Jesus Christ was risen again on that day. And that's what it stands for. So guess what's happening? We're going to rise from the ashes, and that's going to be Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're going to partner up with Brutus and Brute and Brute. And the B stands for baby. Like, it's crazy like that. People put channels together like that and information. So all the respect to you in the world, Marantz. Stay strong out there. Yeah, Gerald, it's crazy, man. I saw Short Stories back. I saw his text, and I'll hit him up. I'll see if he wants to come on. I talk to a lot of people. You guys know that I'm in that underground when it comes to GameStop. There's a whole bunch of us, and some people don't believe it. Some people are like, oh, there's no such thing as this underground for GameStop. There's a whole group of people that want to defend GameStop and the information. And when James Janney started snooping around and asking questions, I went to those chat channels, and they were like, hey, bro, we'll let you do it, but we're not gonna take part in it. So it's bad. It's bad. So I just do my best. Marantz, they're mad because their investment screwed them from screwing everyone. Sean J, I know they're mad, and I know that they're saying things that are not true, and that's the part that I really was defensive about. And can you imagine? Can I just tell you guys something? Can you imagine talking to a lawyer or a group of lawyers, anybody, and them saying to you, explain to me again what's going on here with your YouTube channel. Why are people attacking you? Or why do you say these things? And then when you say, you know what? Well, it's because back in the day, your sacrifices are not in vain, legend. Nothing's going to stop inevitably here. We, GameStop, are going to win. Jay, I really appreciate that, Jay. You don't have to super chat like that, but I really do appreciate you supporting the channel and the message. And that doesn't go unseen or in vain as well. And if you guys are not familiar with Jay is one of my biggest supporters on and off the screen. Helps me with so much content, and Jay's invaluable. I couldn't even put a tab on him. He is every bit of this channel that I am. I just promise you that. I promise you guys don't see what Jay and I talk about on a daily. And Jay's that guy. So thank you, Jay. Let's see. How can I put this for you guys? When you're in a room and they're like, hey, Marantz, let's talk about your channel, and let's talk about the content, and let's talk about ethics and as far as where you're at. And you say, okay, well, what's your first defense? My first defense is, hey, I'm in a partnership with Google and AdSense. And if they deemed my content unprofessional or unethical at any given time, guess what? They would go ahead and mute it, take it down, and destroy it, whatever they do. But I'm not flagged that way. That's not the way it comes down. So to get flagged on multiple fronts and then to get brought in and talked on this level, I was just like, yo, okay. So now you reached me. You got to me. You did what you wanted to do. But I'm not just going to sit there and take it. I'm going to dance. I can speak for mine. The difference between me and a lot of other people, I'm articulate. I can really describe what I want to say verbally. It's a mental thing. While you're thinking it, I'm saying it. There's a big difference here. I could tell you, talk about your favorite subject and topic. Go. Do it, guys. Look in the mirror and go, hi, guys, and welcome back. And we're going to talk today about pickleball. What do I like about pickleball? You know, pickleball is very active sport. Between me and my partner, we're jumping around this smaller court with fatter paddles and a fatter ball, but it tends to go ahead and lead to plenty of injuries. And right now, it's the number one injury sport next to cheerleading, but I tend to like pickleball because it's a fad and it's the thing to do today. Like, what could you really talk about? Just go, without stuttering, without messing up. Just go. So when I'm sitting there, and I'm being approached about the content I'm creating and what's the purpose? Monetarily, there is no purpose. Oh, thank you, Amber, for supporting the channel like that. Please give that back to your kids. I'm good. But I thank you, Amber. I thank you. Monetarily, it's not that. Like, people will be like, yeah, what are you doing? You make great money at work. Like, you do this at the, on your professional front. Like, you don't need this. And I'll be like, no, I don't. It's not about that. It's what I'm creating. It's what I'm doing. It's my art. Like, if you're an artist out there and you're creating art, you'd want to get paid for it at some point. But what's it worth to somebody? People just come up with the price. You know what? That's worth $20 to me. Okay. Well, right now it's worth $150 right now. That's what my art is worth to me, to someone out there, whether it be Amber and Jay or whoever. Well, I've been making videos for 3 years, every day in the lab, sacrificing my whole life. And it's not just videos of like me picking my nose, and it's literal like information that you would want or you can't go get readily, and you have to unwrap it. And that's the part where people don't get. So when I tell you I have a whole series, I have a Connect the Dots series, and so who would be your enemy, Marantz? I don't know who would be my enemy, but I can tell you I have 65 videos of Connect the Dots where I actually give out detailed information and a story on how it's happening in America. And it's not something you can read in a book. It's not something you go open and you go, okay, he plagiarized this whole information. He read it from it. No, it's up here. And then I have to put it to a PowerPoint presentation, and then I have to put it to screen. And we all know I do OTS, one take session. So at what point, what script am I reading? There's no script here. This is a book, this is a play, so that I'm doing myself. So when I'm watching these documentaries on TV and they're triggering my brain, I've said somebody's writing that script, someone's taking all that information and they're making a movie out of it. And then I go into James Janney and I think about him and him doing his documentaries coming out this month, and he's putting a script together and he's making a movie, and however he connects his dots and puts it out, that's what he's putting out. Then I look at myself and I say, okay, I've been doing it this way. I'm raw. I'm uncut. I'm unedited. It's literally record. Let's talk. I'm going to tell you what's happening with Big Lots. All right? Everybody, Big Lots. What the hell are you talking about Big Lots for, Marantz? We all know it's a terrible business. Oh, we all know it's a terrible business. We all know. I love it when people tell me this. Yeah, it's going out of business. It sucks. Okay, why? Not we all know. Because we all know GameStop sells video games and they're a terrible business. We all know they're going out of business. We all know they're the next Blockbuster. We all know gaming's dead. Is that true? The narratives that are pushed by the general public, the mass hysteria. Hey, all you flat earthers, you guys want me to not believe what it says in books and what it said over this whole lifetime? And you guys are going to tell me flat earth, you only believe what they put in front of you, Marantz, with your, okay, vice versa. I'll go ahead and bite. All right, I won't believe what I read in science books. That's fine. How about you do the same? How about when it comes to GameStop and it comes to private equity and it comes to these investments, how about you do the same? How about you go and watch Connect the Dots? And then say, you know what? I don't get it. And I'll be like, that's right, because you just jumped in chapter 65 and you didn't watch chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8 and read it out in real time. That's why we talk about who the CEO is or who the CFO is and who are the new board of directors and why are we hiring? Listen, if I'm so wrong and your company's so great, and I don't care what company, it could be AMC, it could be Bed Bath & Beyond, it could be, I guess, Big Lots. Why are we hiring new board of directors every given month, every given quarter, every given year with the same agendas, restructuring, M&A, the chief restructuring officers, whatever they are, right? Alex Partners. Why? Because it's exactly what I'm telling you it is. And then you can go ahead and make your investments as blindly as you want. and or be as smart as you want to be. Just got down with this Pounding Elmo. Wanted to hear thoughts from community that doesn't really cover it. Long GME, buddy. Settle down. Big Bird, I don't know who you are. It's your first time here, and nor do I care. I don't care if you own something. It doesn't give you the right to be dismissive and or disrespectful. It's crazy. I've had a guy once tell me, I'm a veteran. I have PTSD. I go, so? Doesn't mean you can be disrespectful to somebody. Age is not a prerequisite for being disrespectful. Experience is not one either. Respect is earned and it's given. So feel free to be respectful when you're in the chat. GME is the only investment I feel safe because of the cash on hand. Derek J, that's a pretty good assessment. You know, I feel safe about a couple of companies. I feel safe about Coke, about Walmart, Costco. I feel safe about a lot of investments. There are some out there that I feel very safe about, but I just don't make them. I don't make those investments because I'm intrigued by the tread that's left on the tires for GameStop. What's the purpose, really? What's the purpose to anything? Marantz, just tell them your videos are self-interpretation. Think of yourself. Question authority. Yeah, you know, Johnny, it wasn't even that. It was something I said. I said something that triggered someone. And because Funny Spider, boom, the way is the most important part of the equation. Marantz shows his work. Thank you so much, Funny Spider, and appreciate the support for the channel and everything we do. So the reason why I wake up and come and do live streams with you guys and talk about a stock and talk about GameStop, you know, is because you guys inspire me to wake up. You guys inspire me to, you know, do the work and keep grinding. I wouldn't be that way, right? I would just be like you. I would be watching internet, looking for videos and information about my investment, but there's no one out there. So I took it upon myself to wake up and make a video and start talking. The only difference is I've gotten better. I was terrible when I first started. I used to think every video, I was like, oh, that's the best video I've ever made. And my wife will tell you, because I go, babe, I just made the best video I've ever made. She goes, you say that all the time. And so the other day when I made the GameStop earnings video, which by the way is one of the most successful videos I've ever made, we had over almost 3,000 views in the first day. And I make an earnings video about GameStop and I'm predicting what the earnings will be. I'm very ambitious on it, where I'm like, yeah, I think it's going to be great. I think they're going to make $200 million or close to it. And I walked away from that video. YouTube hit me up. They best video, you know, most active video, blah, 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 all these little notes they put out there. And we made $32 on that video, guys, in one day. And I was like, yo, like, because that's a lot of artwork for me. That's a lot for me. Like, I know it's not a lot for these other YouTubers that make thousands of dollars for every video they post, and you know, PPC's making $20,000 in a weekend on super chats, and everyone's making money out here for the content they put out. And I'm just like, what content? Like, what do they do? Like, what homework did they do? Nothing. And here I am breaking down GameStop's balance sheet, dollar for dollar, line for line, what it's going to be, expectations, and why. And I felt so good about the video. And so I went out to my wife. She's in the kitchen, and I go, hey, babe, I just got done making the best video I've ever made. It's my #1 video I've ever made. And she's like, good. Are you done making videos? And I was like, what? She's like, well, if it's the best one you've ever made, you don't need to make anymore. So I let it sit there. And then last night, or the one after that I made was like about Nvidia being a fake and a fraud, which I feel it still is. And then I was like, I'm going to do this Connect the Dots part 45 because Jay, as you guys know, Jay right here, Jay's sending me clips, and Jay's like, yo, you know, I'm at work, guys. I can't pay attention to everything, but people send me stuff. And Jay sent me a headline, and it really intrigued me. So I was so excited. And then I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and keep looking at the DD on this. And I remember the DD that people ask for. People always ask for me to make videos about their investments and look this one up, look this one up. Look. I'm like, guys, I show you how I do it. Go do it yourself. Like, you know, that's all I can do. I'm that guy right now, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to tell you guys that at some point I hit a wall physically and mentally, and the motivation's not there. But for every message I get, like Sharon today, Sharon and Amber, like they were like, yo, you going live or not, bro? Because, you know, we're sitting around waiting, twiddling our thumbs. You going live? And I tell you, I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm going to get up right now. I lie. I was playing League of Legends. I was having a good time on I played one. I got to go get my son from school right now. Like, I know I have to go get him from school right now. Literally, he's out in 45 minutes. Literally out. I got to drive for 30 minutes. I got to leave in 10 minutes. I know what my day's like. I know I have to come when I drive him back. I've got to get ready and go to basketball practice. Like, I'm always on the go. And then I got to go to bed and get up for work at 2 a.m. Like, this is a different life right now. But then that thing last month where 3 weeks ago, where I had to deal with the bullshit of this channel, it really hit me where I was just like, you know what? Man, let these fools get their own stuff, man. I'm not going to post nothing. Whatever, man. I'll post the earnings video. I'm walking away. Because it's like, why? Why if I know I'm correct? And then I get the messages and they, where are you at, bro? We want to hear. We want to know what's going on. All right, we'll talk. We'll talk about Big Lots. We'll talk about AMC. We'll talk about Macy's and how they're going to get bought out and how that triggered the price to go up over $20. People increased their price to go private. They hired to go private. They hired, they're hiring new people. So there's a lot for me that I'm weighing every single time I come onto this stream. And I thank you guys for your support, every single one of you. And it doesn't always have to be money either. That's not the support I'm talking about. I'm talking about like messages. And I got a message from somebody who wants me to team up with them and partner up for YouTube. And I replied back and I said, I don't plan on doing that. They want to do collaborations, but they want me to pay for it. Why are you reaching out to me? Why are you reaching out to me to collab, but yet you want me to pay? I'm going to pay. I'm organic. I build my channel on my own. Like 9,000 people, whatever it may be, that's me. I'm not trying to pay for stuff. And I'm not going to. So I turned down, I can't even tell how many times I turned down Weeble and Mumu, but no, this person was actually a scout for talent for social media. It was like, hey, we can put you in a bigger think tank, a bigger group of influencers. And they literally brought up Matthew Kors. Guys, I'm not joking. I'm telling you what it is. Like, I wonder if I could even show you, just so like you guys can see, like, because I don't mind showing you guys stuff. I don't hide stuff on this channel. Discussion about market. I said, yeah, I got that. So another guy wants to come onto the show, which I'm okay with. Message me. I'll text him back. We'll talk. From LA. Right here. Who is this? This is somebody else. Oh, someone else asking to connect the dots on Fisker Automotive. Yep. Saw that one. And here's this one. Somebody named Savannah Newton. I don't even care, but I'll show it to you. So check this out. So I will get messages like this. So this will be a message I get in my email. And I'll say, hello, my name is Savannah. I discovered you. I was blown away by the quality of your video. I am part of the team at Ritual. So Ritual is a team that they want to talk to you about whatever. It says, I discovered you and I was blown away by the creativity and quality of your video. And that she goes in detail about Matthew Kors on that. I don't want to open it up. And then there's just a quick reminder and a follow-up. The previous email, this doesn't interest you, just let us know. I'm Savannah. And then I just put on there, I don't plan on paying for any service. Thanks for reaching out. So tons of emails I get throughout the day. I probably have 3,500 unread. I just don't care to do it that way. I'm now officially partnered up with Twitter. My tweets will generate some type of income for the channel and for myself. Twitter and I partnered up. So I got all the prerequisites that I need for there. And they agreed. So I'm working on this platform still. Like, people probably don't even realize this. 3 years in, I'm still working. So TikTok, I'm partnered up there. I finally made $20. I was very excited. Obviously, we're very successful on YouTube. YouTube's a bigger platform for me. But yeah, people are reaching out. People want to team up. and I'm just going to pick and choose my moments. But I know what's coming my way. I know what's coming our way. I know that the documentary's coming out, James Janney. I know that GameStop's earnings are coming out and they're about to blow the roof off this. And I know that I'm never going to stop. So that's a killer combination for tread on tires, for a story, for a narrative that can still be pushed. I'm always looking towards the next thing. If GameStop announces a dividend, guys, and I know people don't want it, and I get it, when you got $1.5 billion and you don't want to invest it into any of these failed companies and you don't want to do anything in this high interest way, if you were to give it back to the people, people would reinvest those dividends. So that's the plan. I can't wait till it gets announced. It's going to be awesome. Personally, I knew the market was full of crap. I tuned in for Marantz Rantz Energy. Well, thank you so much for that, opinionated asshole. I really thank you for that. Apparently, Big Bird's the troll today. Is that what's going on here? I'm going to read the chat, and then I got to get out of here, guys. I got to go pick up my boy, take him to lunch. We're going to have a good time. And those are the things I value right now. Lunch with my son. Yesterday, I bought him a full-on Little Caesars pizza with breadsticks and a soda and picked him up, and he was like, yo, this is for me. I said, the whole thing's for you, son. I want to spend time with my boy. And I was talking to my dad. He's like, hey, man, remember all the stuff we did growing up? And I was like, yeah, Pops. He was like, we didn't have any money. And he's right. We didn't have any money. I knew that. But we would go to free baseball games, the like minor league baseball games. We'd go to the dollar movie theaters. We would do something always with my dad, whether we had money or not. And I started thinking about that. So I want to do more things with my son. And he's my baby. He's my last one. The rest of them, well, they're all grown and they're all doing their thing, and I don't fault them for anything that they want to do. They're ambitious. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. I've given 3 years to YouTube, to you guys. I've made videos, 2,000 videos on YouTube, another 1,000 on TikTok. You guys will find content. You guys will find info. But then you guys will find that turning point for me where I feel like I got better. I've gotten really good when it comes to private equity and explaining that, and then in verse how I invest and why I invest. So, but we did that together. We got smart together. That's all I can tell you. So a lot of people know, if you thought about who you were before you ever watched this channel, think about how you invested, think about what you knew about markets versus what you do today. If you didn't learn anything by hanging out with me, then maybe you're the next everything. That you should be making videos, you should put out content or something. But if you learn something, well, then that just tells them we're doing it the right way. It says, forget the haters, doing my best, man. The 3 private equity firms just bailed out New York CB for the equity connect the dots. Well, we'll check that out, Michael. I have some free time tonight, and maybe like an hour or two when I get home before I go to bed. GameStop at $200 million profit. What should the fair stock price be? Infinite at that point. 110. So if you think about it, like if people want to view it just off of 1 quarter, they don't understand the transition of what the company can be. You know, I'm looking for $50 to $100 million of profit every quarter. That's what I'm looking for. And that's because I feel the margins can get increased. I feel we can do better than 27, 26 right now. I feel we can get closer to 30% on margin. So that's 400 more basis points on cost of goods sold versus what you'll get net take home. So how do you get a better margin? It's like right now what Ryan Cohen's doing. He's hiring someone for JavaScript, for programs to actually create this infrastructure. He's still building. I hope people know this. Like it's so beneficial for him to use his platform and to say, hey, I'm hiring for someone who is well-versed in X, Y, and Z, and he promotes it that way for free. Like, have you guys ever... See, I come from national recruitment advertising, right? So I sold careerbuilder.com. That was my contract. I used to sell all their website, all their postings on the website. And I sell contracts, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of contracts, sold over $4 million a year in advertising sales. So to hire someone, and this is back in the day, 2006, 7, and 8, and even 9. So to hire, not really 6. That was different. I was cold calling at that point. But in 7, 8, and 9, definitely. And so to hire someone, an employer pays 1 month's salary to hire someone. So if I want to hire, ideally, I want to hire a let's just go with like an engineer of some type, right? No matter what you're doing, I don't care. And I'm gonna hire this guy. Well, if it costs you $7,000 a month in salary for this employee, that's how much money you should be willing to pay to hire that employee. So you better go ahead and use every advertising firm, every headhunting firm. You're looking for someone, you're paying $7,000, no problem. Boom. So if it's a CEO and they're making $30,000 a month, you better be willing to pay $30,000 a month to go and recruit that person. And you do that because that's based off of wages that will be missing for the month, and you might be shorthanded, and you might be paying overtime because you're not you're not properly employed and the payroll's there. So there's so many things you factor in. So when Ryan can just not spend $1, okay, guys, he doesn't spend a single dollar, and he pumps out this message and has 600,000 views and instant 4,000 retweets, and everyone's talking, and you're already on the web, right? So you're already online. So everyone's already well-versed. So if that's you and you're in that world, man, I want to get hired for that guy. I want to work for that guy, right? So I think Ryan is using his strengths, and that's awesome. I love that stuff, guys. I love free advertising. So whenever I see it on Twitter, GameStop puts out this picture and this content guy, and I like and retweet right away because it's free advertising. Now I get it. There's graphic designers that are doing the outline, that are laying it down, and they're putting in the text and they're putting in those pictures, but that's minimal. You're not paying an arm and a leg for a little still. You're just not paying an arm and a leg, but because graphic designers are deflationary. How many graphic design schools are out there in the world? Tons. Everybody. There's Brooks College in LA. There's Savannah College Art and Design, in Savannah. So there's so many out there that people all need jobs. Just like pharmacy tech. I want to be a pharmacy tech. Well, guess what? Everybody graduated and want to be pharmacy tech. There's not that many pharmacies. And they'll lead you to believe, like at the school, they'll be like, hey, well, guess what, guys? This is the busiest industry. Blah, blah, blah. I got a phone call. Here we go. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it was a while back. He had to get a new one. He had to get it replaced. So he had to buy like a new one for it to come in and then install and then make sure he can return it. That was a while ago. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if I'm not there, then somebody else can make the decision. But it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Help out the member. Yep. Thanks, bye. Asking for approval. I'm at home. They go, well, I said, okay, go ahead, help out the member. I'm always going to help out the member, guys. But what the hell? You ask for approval, I'm off. Go ahead. There's other people working. I guess I'm working right now. They're collecting info for the AI. Sure. That works. Thanks for Brian Bonnell. He became a GME elitist. Really appreciate you joining the membership for the channel. That supports us and what we do. So thank you so much. That's 6 new members today alone. We're doing really well today, guys. I appreciate that. Smash the like button, y'all. Please do. You guys know I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up my son. It's okay if I'm a little late. He likes to hang out with his friends after. But I'm still talking to you guys. Do you have any insight on Broadcom Inc? No, I don't have it on AVGO. Somebody's tried to talk to me about that before. I believe it was you. I don't care. I don't care about that company. If you want me to go look at the board of directors, you want me to tell you what it's tied to, I can do that. But buenos dias. Yes. Buenos dias. Buenos todos. Buenos tardes. Buenos noches. Buenos, all this good stuff, bro. I don't speak Spanish. Are there any dots connecting private equity and short sellers destroying companies from within and out? Yes, roaring titties. Absolutely there are. And if you don't know that, go look at AMC. If you saw what the deal they did with Antera, they did a pipe deal, Antera at 60 cents a piece, 5 free memberships for the channel, guys. 5 more free members. Thank you so much, Stacks. Appreciate all your support, sir. So destroying the companies from within would be what Antera did. Antera agreed that they would go ahead and buy out some, but then they bought it at 66 cents after they shorted it all the way down themselves. So that's a red flag. Adam Aaron, if he's really about the people who are not destroying his company, or he says, I don't want to do business with people destroying our company, or I'm mad at them. Well, you just sold them a fifth of your company, and then you agreed to convert, and you agreed for the actual dilution after the conversion. Like there's so much you agreed to destroy your own company. It's written in stone at that point. But that's not the only time it's happened. I mean, we've seen what happened with Mullen Automotive. If you're not familiar, they agreed to give X amount of shares to two companies, Esosa Holdings and another company, which all was Terran Pizer, Michael Walks. And what they did was they agreed to give them essentially like $3 million a month. And as the share price kept coming down, because they're giving it to them in shares, they're giving them the equity in shares. So as the share price keeps coming down, they have to give them more shares. Well, they can't own more than 20% of the company. So what do? They have to dilute the float even further so that the ratio stays status quo. Well, guess what happens? They end up getting inflated with shares. So you're diluting your shareholders while still paying back these guys. And all you'd leverage yourself with for $30 million, you leverage your whole company. Well, guess what? The CEO is in on it. The whole board of directors are in on it. And it's because that's his sister-in-law, him, his brother-in-law, or his cousin's boyfriend or whoever. Like, that's David Mitry. That's Mullen Automotive. Like, people need to realize all of this. But yet what gets masked is when you're talking about how they get leveraged, people want to talk about like the stories. Like, oh, they're going to have a deal on EV vehicles and the batteries and Lawrence Harge and all this stuff. And you're like, what? Why are we talking about headlines and not talking about what actually is happening behind the lines? That's why I get mad. That's why I make connect the dot videos, because if you knew what was happening at Bed Bath & Beyond and you knew what was this is why Ryan got out, right? If people know this part, if you don't, Ryan bought in to have a certain level of ownership, not to surpass 10%, but to be under 10%. They diluted the float they did share buybacks. And when they bought back shares, it lowered the percentage of the float and verse increased his percentage of ownership. So now he has to make a disclosure. And when he does that, then he's like, yo, why are we buying back shares? It was to expose him as part of the ownership group. And so he sold off. This is the truth behind it. And there's people out there that'll tell you otherwise, but yet I'll let my track record speak for itself. Let you know how we're batting 1,000 on that. So yeah, that's why Ryan's at GameStop. He wanted to apply for a job. There you go. What's up, Marantz? Hope all is well. We are. I have not checked my account in 6 months. I did not miss much. AMC to the moon. Well, you missed a lot because AMC's not to the moon. You missed profits. There you go. After the crash, I'll get in next time. Okay, good for you. I've missed you, Marantz. You get me pumped for GameStop. You make me want to watch a Rocky 4. Okay, no problem. Ugh, I will fight till I die. I forget what Rocky says and Rocky 4 says, what the Russian says, but there you go. You will have to kill me. I'm backing, what is this? I'm backing up Connect the Dots on a hard drive just in case. GTA, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Most of the time, there's no conspiracy theory or coincidences are not just that. Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot by listening to like Cat Williams and Joe Rogan the other day on their interview. Now, mind you, they're high as a kite, all of them. But they said some stuff that really was like, yo, like, why are there no groups in ancient history like feuding with each other about information? And he's like, because they were all taught the same thing. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like thinking, I think too, but didn't get a notification, which is weird. Best part of the day. What's up, y'all? How you doing? F the haters, keep strong, Marantz. Yeah. I do my best. You're a warrior. Yeah, the meltdown can try all they want. Hey, Meltdown, I'm calling you out again. I'm not afraid of you guys. You guys are factually wrong about GameStop. You're wrong about me and my agenda, my approach to the investment. But keep doing what you do, Meltdown. Keep doing it, because I'll never quit and I'll never stop. And you know exactly who you are, Meltdown, who I'm talking to. Punk. Marantz, you're a warrior. You can't forget that. I will not. Just talk GameStop only. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because I won't be quiet about private equity. What videos we're taking down T. Adams, we're not going to talk about it in that way. So just know. It's starting to sound that you're following the trends out there. Everyone's talking about the same kind of, besides, are you military? No fear, baby. I am military previously, but that's not how I identify myself. No. Good evening from Germany. Thank you so much for that. 5 free memberships. Thank you, guys. Says, all respect to you, Marantz, in the world. Stay strong out there. I plan to. Marantz, they're mad because they got wrong. They got screwed up. Yes. Thank you so much, Jay, for supporting the channel like you have. That is your 10th super chat on a live stream. Phenomenal. You're leading. I think you're leading everybody on that. I think it was pepper with salt back in the day, but you. The truth will come out in the end. It already is here. Yes. You've made a difference in the world of so many of our lives. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I plan to do more. I'm not stopping here. Lawyers are snakes. They're worse, and they slurp up any tube that has the money. Yep. I don't want to say it that way, but yeah, it's tough. It's a tough conversation to have. Marantz the GOAT. There you go. Thoughts on Plantier? I think it's a great investment. I really do. At $25, I think it has potential to move up in time. But once again, it's not something that I buy. Marantz, let's see our GME ticker. Yeah, I believe it's there. It's right there, $15.26 right now. That's where it closed today, and that's where it's at right now in the after hours. So it's not a big deal. I showed it to you earlier. Let's see, on the run today, but because you were live, I didn't know, but it all makes sense now. There we go. Marantz, there you go. Wish I had seen all the videos now. What did I miss? T.A. Adams, you got to go watch them all, man. There's so many, and I hope you like them. We're strong all together. Killing the vibes with the stock tips. Yeah, it's okay, man. You missed 3 years of knowledge and entertainment. That's what you missed. Oh, there you go. Just got done. There you go. You'll be okay, bro. GME is the only investment I feel safe. Yeah, pretty much. I really feel safe with GameStop. What's the purpose, really? What's the purpose of anything? Yeah, exactly. String close at 1527. Sure. Marantz the Warrior. Thank you, Michael Tucker. Appreciate that. Oh, not you, Marantz. Okay, my bad, Big Bird. Cool. Thank you. This is the way. Thank you, guys. You inspire me to do DD and go all in on GameStop. I hope you did do the DD. I love no one knows when quarter four earnings it will be. You love that no one knows when the quarter four earnings. I don't know when they are either. Just know, guys, I'm going to be here. Yeah, Rachel told me you said some shit about stopping by being lazy earlier. Yeah, I was in a funk because she was saying it. She was like, oh, I'm lazy today. And I'm like, you're lazy. I'll snap out of it right now, but I'm lazy. Bro, I was on TikTok and Twitter, everything all at once. Been silently watching for years. Just wanted to hear you your thoughts on a company currently ripping, not being disrespectful. Someone took a shot first, so I took a shot back. Apologies. No worries, Big Bird. You're cool, man. I don't know what company you were talking about, but it's cool. Basketball tonight. Sure, I got science night at my son's at 5, then basketball with my daughter at 6. There you go, Sean Carter. I figured it was a 50-50 shot. We'd get a live at market close. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's where we're at, but, you know, I do the best I can do right about now. I have so many people typing to me lately. Let's say, hey, I've been watching your channel forever. And I'm like, who the hell are you? But it's okay. It's all good, Big Bird. Yeah, there's just a few Palantir guys here. No worries. There are, though. Pay for the collab. Where do they keep it? Yeah, where do they keep the Audacity? Yeah, so it's crazy, Stacks. Like, they really reach out to you that way. And I just say no. Yeah, FSR is legit. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. But not for me. If you partner up with them, you probably should stop calling it Twitter. Yeah, my bad, X. My bad. But no, I still call it Twitter. I don't even care. And I even told Elon that I'll always call it Twitter forever. Can't hear you because I'm at work, but cheers, brother. Thank you, man. It's all love. No bad energy here. Nope, not at all. This is what you were talking about. Ritual Networks, LTD. I guess that's part of them. Salute to Marantz. We love this dude. Thank you, man. 69 million incoming. We'll see how it goes. Enjoy your son for sure. Quality time, one-on-one time with him. Yeah, my wife's been beating me to it though, bro. My wife's been taking my son to school. I've been doing this for 3 years. Oh, to school? 7 years. I've been taking my son to school for 7 years. Now my wife started doing it because of my new hours. And they're getting Starbucks in the morning. And he's like, yeah, Dad, got this mocha latte crap, whatever. And I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? This is not the way I roll. So there's 120 Spartans in here right now. Yeah, thank you so much. I didn't know you were live. Got some catching up to do. Thank you, Trove. Appreciate you. Just bought the membership. Time to let others get the free ones. There you go. Run it at 1.7 and catch up, Trove. AMC White Swan. Marantz, thank you. You've been 100% correct on AMC since the beginning. Yes, you're welcome. And yeah, I know. I was riding free for too long. Brian, thank you, man. I appreciate you, Brian. That means a lot to me. Jake Kerwin's riding free right now. Manuel got one, and we don't even like Manuel, so you know how that goes. Got some real ones in there, and Manuel. Exactly, bro. Are you quitting YouTube? We need you. No, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm just letting you know some people want me to quit for sure. Arvind, how you doing? Hello, brother. Good to see you feeling well. Keep connecting the dots, bro, and keep the head high. I do. Yeah, thank you so much for that, man. Marantz, my boy. How's life? Keep doing what you're doing, bro, regardless of that. You're in GameStop or AMC. We're all in the same boat. Oh, God, that's why they muted you. You can't say that, bro. We're not in the same boat. You're in a sinking ship, okay? And I'm literally in the helicopter. I turn off the buy button, so we turn off the sell button. Absolutely. Chronicles of Marantz, the Truth Hammer. Rantz. Yeah, thank you so much for that, man. Bonjour from Montreal. Can't wait for March 19th. By the way, I'm going crazy, or was initially scheduled for the 28th. No, we don't know. We don't know what the initial is or what it is. We're just going to show up every day. How about that? So I'm showing up. I'm so calm for coming earnings. I think I am too. You guys know I got to get going, so I really appreciate you guys. GameStop is the way. GameStop is life. GameStop is a win. Can't stop, won't stop. The meme of GameStop is a reality going to shock the world. Yeah, I can't wait. Mocha latte, whatever the hell it is, bro. Absolutely, Jay. Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, listen up. Appreciate all the support for the channel. Appreciate all the support for your boy right here. You guys really get me going sometimes, okay? But I'm telling you, I promise you, they're out there to stop me. It's not going to happen. So tell your congressman all you want. Come get me. You know where to find me. But I'll be live coming up soon enough. I don't know what day I'll be live. Could be tomorrow. Could be the next day. It just depends how I'm feeling. But if I make a video, great. If I don't, if you guys want to support them, it's whatever. But you know what's coming our way. Earnings are coming, babe. $200 million. I actually had a dream that it was more than 200 million. Because I was like, yo, what if the margins are just a little higher? And what if top line was just a little higher? And then what if SG&A was just a little lower? And you squeeze a little bit more out of that limit? Maybe what if it's 220, bro? What if it's like 221? I don't know. Either way, they're going to be looking for you. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know it's fast, but hey, I'll be around. Peace.